What is up, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel. My name is JML. This is gonna be a Ghost of Tsushima review video with spoilers, so if you do not want to get spoiled, I would recommend you click off the video, maybe come back and check it out afterwards. Thank you. Now let's go ahead and begin the video talking about the introduction to the game. Of course, this has one of the best intros I've played in a long time.
Cuerpo, sara mo na yan!
Cowards without honor deserve no mercy. No mercy! Open fire! For Tsushima! Their leader retreated! Hunting go!
Including some very funny / disrespectful scenes. They did this dude so dirty. So after this epic intro, we're thrown into the world of Tsushima, which is basically an island off the mainland of Japan, and this is basically where the story takes place. So we begin the story with the now legendary Jin Sakai, basically destroyed in battle from the Mongols, his uncle being taken captive by the Mongol leader, the Khan, and basically it's up to Jin Sakai to rescue his uncle at this point after he himself is rescued by a local thief named Yuna, and this is where the story begins. Now, I was a little skeptical of the game at first. It's been a long time since I've played these type of games, so I didn't know what to expect, but first hour I knew this game was gonna be a banger. Something beautiful, something majestic. You just had that feeling. You get that feeling when you play something that just gets your attention, like this game got my attention. It's like seeing that lady walk down the street, catches your eye, and she gives you a stare back. She gives you that eye contact.
Oh my God! Wow!
It just makes you feel really good, and this is basically what this game made me feel like. If I could make love to this game, I would. We would have little, I don't know, floppy disk children or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, hell no!
But the game was good, and it really reminded me of how a good game can make you feel. The last game that I played before this was The Last of Us Part 2, and let's just say that one didn't live up to par, but this one just basically sucker punched, knocked it out of the park with this one. Alright, so now I got a little sidetracked with the beauty of this game, so let's go back to the story. So after the initial intro, Yuna rescues you, and you're basically forced into, hiding for a while you start getting your supplies back, and this is where the story begins. You basically begin to try to get back your armor, your supplies, and you try to get your uncle out of captivity from the leader of the Mongols, Khotun Khan. After this, Jin is able to recover his supplies, he gets his sword back, and then the real adventure begins. Basically, he needs to recruit people to help him go to Castle Kaneda, which is where the Khan is holding Lord Shimura, which is Jin's uncle, captive, and he has to go and rescue him. And in order to do this, he needs to recruit Yuna. He also runs into a childhood friend, which is one of my favorite characters in the game, Ryuzo, and basically he is a Ronin. A Ronin basically means he's a paid mercenary who takes jobs that require maybe assassination or something. I don't know, he is one of my favorite characters in this game. Jin also rescues and recruits Yuna's brother, Taka, which he's a blacksmith, and he helps Jin to rescue Lord Shimura from Castle Kaneda. And then the last member of the rescue team, let's call him rescue team, is going to be Lady Masako, which is the dude that got burned in the beginning. That's his wife, so yeah, she's claiming him. And actually, sorry guys, I'm also forgetting Sensei Ishikawa, the master archer. The game is split up into 3 acts. The first act is you rescuing Lord Shimura from Castle Kaneda after recruiting these members. During the game, you go back and forth between flashbacks, and you can also do side missions with the recruits to basically help them out with their problems as well. Now we go into the most devastating, awful part of this game, which is where my favorite character, Ryuzo, betrays you to get some food. Man, this part really hit me hard, guys. I just did not like this type of character. They made him do that. He was one of the cool characters, but you know, I do understand, and it did get that type of emotional impact that they were going for with me, for sure. So Ryuzo betrays Jin and the recruits. Jin is able to defeat him. He does not kill him, he defeats him. Ryuzo runs away, and you are now open to rescuing Lord Shimura, which the Khan has already left Lord Shimura in this castle and moved further north, which this is where Act 2 begins. Now I do have to state that Lord Shimura and Jin, you know, the whole samurai, they do live by a certain code that they have to follow, and in order for Jin to rescue his uncle Lord Shimura from the castle, he does learn several tactics from the recruits, such as in their eyes being unhonorable with no honor, which is basically stealth kills and doing things in stealth, which, you know, at that time I understand, but the game makes it a lot of fun to do stealth. You basically have a choice between doing samurai honor things like doing standoffs in the game, or you can just play all stealth, which would be basically in their eyes no honor, but it's something that has to be done during the game to rescue your uncle. Now of course, Lord Shimura with his punk ass starts telling Jin that he can no longer do these tactics, but Jin sees the productivity that these tactics bring, so he's not really in a hurry to stop doing them. And this is basically the whole thing of Act 2, is where Jin is constantly fighting with himself if he's going to use ghost tactics, basically dishonorable tactics, or go ahead and keep doing the samurai thing and do this war with honor. So at this part, you do a lot of little side missions here and there, getting an army ready to fight the Khan and take over what is known as Castle Shimura, which is a very strategic point in battle, and to regain a little bit of momentum with this invasion from the Mongols. So there is an event in Act 2 where Jin notices that Lord Shimura's tactics are not going to be able to help him win this war against the Mongols, so he takes matters into his own hands, creates poison, and basically poisons the people that were left in Castle Shimura. And this is where the Khan escapes further north into the island of Tsushima. And yes, this is the other worst part of the game, which is where you do have to kill Ryuzo this time. He tries to tell Jin to spare him and that he is no longer he doesn't want to be part of the Khan's plans, but it is too late. Basically, Ryuzo and the Khan kill Taka, and at this point Jin is too pissed off to listen to Ryuzo and ends up killing him, thus ending the beautiful friendship of Jin Sakai and Ryuzo. I'm gonna say Ryuzo Straw Hats.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
I would have probably spared him if it was up to me. I like his character, but I guess the developers didn't see it that way. I guess they felt like he had to go. Now at the end of Act 2, Lord Shimura discovers that Jin is now continuing to use these tactics, continuing to be with no honor, as Lord Shimura's punk ass would put it. Jin doesn't care. He feels like his tactics are winning them the war, and he renounces the samurai code and takes on the ghost code. So Jin said, fuck you, uncle, I'ma do what I want to do, you do what you have to do. So basically Jin gets banned from Lord Shimura's area. You have to go up north and defeat the Khan, as this is basically in Jin's mind the only way that he can regain a little bit of honor and finally complete his quest to save the island of Tsushima. This is the beginning of Act 3. You're forced further north in the cold part of the island, so this is the part where you get to experience a little bit of the cold weather. You know, the visuals and everything are absolutely wonderful in this part of the game, just as much as they were in the beginning of the game and the middle of the game. Towards the end of the game, you use the recruits again. They basically show you another little bit of tactics. You can always do the side missions if you do want to, or you could just stick to the main story missions. And then towards the end of the game, you do have to fight the Khan, and this basically brings you into one of the most amazing battles in this game. I really enjoyed this fight with the Khan. It's a one-on-one fight at first, and then he takes it into his ship where there are basically stuck because of a big storm. Jin takes advantage of this situation and he corners the Khan. Like I said, defeats him in a one-on-one battle, and then also the Khan tries to retreat to a, I guess, warship, and this is where Jin finally defeats the Khan. At this point of the game, it's towards the end. Everybody's happy, the Khan is defeated. Jin is able to avenge anybody that was killed during this process, and of course the only person that's still mad is Lord Shimura. So basically Lord Shimura challenges Jin to a duel, and these last two battles with the Khan and Lord Shimura are some of the best fights in the game. Yet towards the end of the game, let me go ahead and show you just how epic these little battles are. See, I wouldn't lie to you, those battles were epic, some of the best battles. So that's the end of the game, guys. You decide whether you want to spare or give an honorable death to Lord Shimura. It's one of the hardest choices that I had to make. I did choose to spare him. I just feel like it goes better with the story, but then I did kind of think about it, and when you do think about it, at this time the best death for Lord Shimura would have been at the hands of Jin Sakai, but I spared his ass, so he has to deal with the consequences, and then Jin basically has to deal with the consequences of renouncing the samurai code and taking on the ghost code. Now, of course, I didn't talk about every single detail in this game. This game is too much for me to just basically say outright exactly what you're going to experience. You need to experience it for yourself. I would definitely recommend that anybody buys this game. You need to go and pick up this game like yesterday. You should already have this game. Should have probably already passed this game. So if you don't have it, go out there, pick it up, enjoy it. This is gonna be the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel, watching this video. If you like this kind of content, remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Thank you so much again, guys. See you in the next video.